All right, man. So I just got out the gym, and I was just thinking about something that changed. Uh, I don't know, that fundamentally changed me as a person. And this is something recent that has happened that not only I benefit from it, but I think other people in my situation can benefit from it as well. So what is this? What is this fucking thing that I'm talking about? And it's gonna sound so cliche, right? But it's just confidence, dude. When you have confidence, you like the world is your oyster. Yeah, you might come off as an asshole. Yeah, you might be like, damn, what the fuck is this guy? Este güey bien confiado, fucking, like, what the fuck is this guy, right? But who the fuck cares? You're not trying to impress anybody else. You're not trying to, like, fucking get other people's opinion of you. Like, it doesn't fucking matter. So, the number one thing is confidence. And let me tell you why. When you have confidence, you have the balls to go out and do the things that you're thinking of or do the things that others won't when they lack confidence. So, an example, before I used to be like not very confident at all. I used to like second guess myself, second guess my abilities. But over time and just me working through things and just a bunch of self-help books and YouTube channels and videos and essentially I found confidence and I started gaining confidence in my abilities. And I am just now realizing how it's seeped into every single other aspect of my life. No bullshit. Like, so for my day job, I'm a software engineer. Essentially that's a fancy ass term for saying I get paid to sit and write code all day. That's essentially what it is, right? And I mean, well, there's more to it than that, but like, you get paid to solve problems essentially. You sit down and you fucking solve problems. And I can tell you, it started like once I started becoming more confident. Those like instead of thinking of things, so I'll give you an example of how I used to think of things before confidence, and now when I have confidence. And I think I wrote this down somewhere. But when you when you're faced with an obstacle or a challenge or a problem, specifically, just to stick with this example, in software engineering, like, fuck, how do I tackle this? How do I go about this? How can I make it more efficient? Is this the best way of doing it? So, when you have an issue or a problem or an obstacle, instead of kind of like thinking of it as like, oh, fuck, well, if I do this, this is what's gonna happen. And because this happens, these other things are gonna happen. Like, I used to think a lot like that, and I still kind of do. But the difference now is that now, since I'm more confident in my abilities and just confident in getting shit done, I've like instead of thinking, "Fuck, if I do this, these are the other problems that are gonna arise." Like I, instead of thinking that way, I think of like, okay, how do I solve those problems? Not that I wasn't solving them before, but like it's just a different mindset. And maybe software engineering was a bad example, but like here's an even easier example, right? Women, picking up women, going up to them, asking them on a date, asking them for their number, showing interest in them. Like, well, first of all, what's the worst thing that can happen, right? She's gonna say no. That's it. Literally, that's all that's gonna happen. That's the worst thing that can happen. Now, for me, when I used to lack confidence, I would not, instead of thinking like, fuck, how would I get her number? How do I do this, that, the other? I would think, she doesn't like me. I'm too ugly. I don't have the social skills. I don't think I'm in her league. I don't like, that's how I used to think. Now it's like, Oh shit. Fuck, I'm kind of driving and I don't want to get pulled over because I have a line on. So we're just gonna have to make do with this. But now, how I think is like, okay, what are you? How am I gonna get her number? What am I gonna say? Like that mindset shift of, oh, woe is me, to like, all right, let's solve this problem, is a huge fucking mindset change that will help you out in every other aspect of your life. So essentially, just be confident. Now that's a thing, right? How do you actually become confident? How do you gain this confidence to where you're like, you look at problems and you go like, how the fuck do I do this? How do I go about solving this? Or this, that, and the other. Um, there is no one shot. There is no one size fits all answer. There is no secret sauce that I can give you. What I can tell you is what happened to me and my experiences, but it falls on you to search what it is that makes you confident. For me, it was coding. For me, it was going to the gym. For me, it was going out and actually having a conversation with people, because I used to be so socially, for lack of a better term, so socially retarded that when I would be in social settings, I didn't know what the fuck to do. Now I just go up to people, dap people up, be like, hey, what's up? I give them a compliment. Like, I'm a completely different person than who I used to be, and all of this is because of confidence. So if there's one thing that you take from this, is that you have to, you just have to work on your confidence. And let me tie it back to, how do you actually gain confidence, right? Like, I don't know. I don't have the secret sauce to tell you how to do it, but what I can tell you is that once you accomplish things that are hard, once you accomplish things that are like, fuck, like, you know what, like this took a lot of effort, this took a lot of patience, practice, determination, grit. Once you accomplish shit like that, that's where your confidence starts to build. It's like, fuck, well, I did this, I can do this other thing. I did that, I can do that other thing. You know? Like, let's say, like, for like going to college, right? Going to school, like, not everybody is fortunate enough to go to college, get an education, especially here in the US, where, I mean, like, a lot of people like a lot of people decide not to go to college. I think it's a waste of time, this, that, and the other. Some people don't even have that option, right? But if you go and you struggle through college, because college isn't easy, bro. Like, well, okay, it depends on the type of major that you're going for. But for the most part, like, it's not easy. You have to put in a lot of work. You have to study. Uh, you have to actually properly get an education in college. And now, yeah, there's the advent of ChatGPT now, which is actually relatively recent, which wasn't a thing when I was going to college. I think I was just at that cutoff where ChatGPT became popular and everybody started using it. So it could have saved me on some essays, but like, you know what? I'm here now, and I don't regret using. I don't regret not. Uh, well, I guess I can't even regret it because it wasn't out at the time. But I'm going off on a tangent here. Regardless, fuck, I forgot my point. Oh yeah, so going to college. Once you accomplish, once you actually walk the stage and get your degree and whatever it is that you get it in, you're gonna look back on that experience and be like, dude, I can fucking do whatever the fuck I want. Like, you're gonna have more confidence, right? You're gonna have, you're gonna be like, fuck yeah, I can do this. Now, the road isn't always gonna be like set in stone. It isn't going to be easy. Matter of fact, most of the time it's going to be hard. You're gonna be at different points in your life where like you're gonna be like, fuck, dude. You're gonna start second guessing yourself. You're gonna start being like, I don't know if I could do this. I don't know if this is even it for me. I know because I was that person. I know because when I was going to college, I wasn't sure if I wanted to proceed sticking with going to college and getting a degree and doing all of this, right? Because to be honest, like a lot of this, like, so I studied computer science and I went to college for computer science, um, and that's what I got my degree on, and that's my day job, right? Like I'm a programmer. I write software for a living. But with that, I forgot the point I'm making. I'm like already pulling up to the crib, but yeah, man, like just gain confidence. Like work on your confidence, and you'll start to see little by little that you'll start to gain trust and confidence and be more confident in not only yourself but your abilities and your ability to get shit done, that other things are going to open up to you. Other doors that you previously didn't see are going to be there. Like when you lack confidence, you put up a bunch of mental barriers on yourself that don't even need to be there in the first place, right? As an example, to go back with the women example, right? Like you see a beautiful, gorgeous girl walking down the street, like to, if you're like any like guy who actually is likes fucking women, like you're gonna shoot your shot, right? You're gonna go up to her, you're gonna like try and get her number, you're gonna try and woo her in some way, some capacity, because you're interested in her, because you think she's beautiful, because you think she's like fucking like because you see a beautiful woman walking down the street. If you lack confidence, you won't even make the approach. You'll count yourself out before even trying. And that's the part that's really fucked up about lacking confidence. And not to throw anyone under the bus, but I see this a lot with some of my friends, right? And it fucking sucks because I wish I can help them, but like the most you can do is spit game, and if they're not receptive to like soak up the game, then it is what it is, right? If you don't go out and put in the work to find out, okay, what can I do to actually be calm? Like this has to come from you. It can't come from your mom, from your dad, your siblings. Nobody else is going to invest in you more than yourself. So if you're already not investing in yourself, you're not going to get anywhere. Nobody's going to invest in you. And you think, oh, but uh, my girl, she loves me. Shit, she pulled me out of the. Bro, no. No, dude, no. Either she's tired of you, she probably thinks less of you, most likely. She doesn't respect you, or like, it's just a bunch of things to where, as a man, like, you just have to be confident, regardless of whatever the fuck you do. Like, when you walk, like, just own the space that you're walking in. When you talk, like, take up, take long pauses, like, show expression, show movement, like, just be confident in whatever it is that you do, and literally everything that you do. And this kind of ties in with the way you view yourself and the way you project yourself, because when you're more confident, you say things more clearly. You don't fumble and stumble and mumble over your words. You know what's on your mind and you just say it without fear of really anything, you know? And I already made it to the crib like 3, 4 minutes ago, but Yeah, like I like if there's one thing that you should get from this video, and this isn't even me trying to oh fucking boost the algorithm or just fucking be a motivational like content creator or whatever, right? Because fuck that. No, I'm not knocking the people who do that. I listen to a bunch of their shit. This is why I'm like kind of regurgitating the same stuff they're saying. But it's fucking true. It's true, and I just wanted to share my experience with it. That's it. So nobody's gonna invest in you more than yourself. Be confident, own what you do, and you'll see that once you actually gain confidence or start gaining confidence, it'll open up and unlock doors that previously you wouldn't have even seen before. So, yeah, have a good one.